let's go narrowboating. Gosh, let's put our hat on and be sort of ready to go. A bit worn, but practical. You know, narrowboating is a lot of fun. As you can see from that sort of boat there that you're looking at, it's absolutely beautifully done inside, the whole outlook. And, you know, cruising through the countryside is a different aspect. You know, when you see all the countryside, not from the normal roadside, but from the other side, it looks like a different country. It is really beautiful. Now, you know, I've done a bit of it, and I've seen it, and my brother had a beautiful 65-footer, and he designed himself really a beautiful boat. And, you know, I, in actual fact, thought it was a very good idea. But, you know, one of the things that all these things have in common is the fact that they've got to run the diesel engine. Sometimes when they're even moored, they've got to run it to charge the batteries if they don't have the plug. Sometimes they've got a plug there. If they haven't got a plug there, they've got to run the diesel engine to charge the batteries. When they're out, they've got to run the diesel engine to charge the batteries. And that's if you want to use the lights and everything else. You've got to have the batteries charged. And so you use a lot of diesel. You can use a lot of diesel and driving these things along over time. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could save 40% of that diesel? But in actual fact, that is entirely possible by installing what we call a fuel cell. There's a picture one. It's a very large picture. Don't worry, it's not that size. It's about 2 litre that size of that big stainless steel thing there. This is a bubbler. And, you know, what this thing does is, by electrochemical reaction, it converts water into H2O gas, which is called Brown's gas, and that is sucked into the engine via the air system. There's only, at any one stage, no more than a little egg cup full of this stuff in the system, and it goes into the engine and fires with the diesel. It fires fast the diesel, so when the diesel actually piston comes up and it compresses the mixture and it goes boom, it goes bang a little bit ahead of it and causes more diesel to be burnt and therefore imparts more power. And then it goes out through the exhaust. Now, as soon as the reaction or the explosion has happened, the Brown's gas forms into a water vapor, and then that takes some of the heat out the engine. So the engine runs cooler, wear and tear is down, you run a cleaner engine. Let me show you how clean it is. The other day we did a Mercedes-Benz E-type it's a big car, and there's long things with all the beautiful walnut and chauffeur driven and all that sort of thing. And the emissions out the exhaust were 1.85. That was before we did the installation. After the installation, it was 0.85, and then it dropped down to 0.8. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. They were very happy with the result. So that was with a fuel cell like that. That's all it was, a fuel cell like that, folks. That is a bubble there. That stops any that thing there stops any backfiring, anything like that. And so it isolates it away, and that's got sort of water in it, just sort of the bubbles, the gas comes in here and sucked out through these other ones here to the engine, that one there, those things there to the engine. And it's very, very easy to install, a very, very easy to install thing. This is for the bigger sort of trucks, bigger boats, etc. And that in actual fact is, as you see, is modified, and it's got what we call a header tank. And in the header tank, it's got things like, it's got the electrolyte in it, which helps the cells run. Now, clearly, if you're driving a long mileage, like a lot of these trucks do and taxis do, etc., so then they have to be topped up. So this header tank allows to be topped up. You only got to fill that up every now and again. When you're filling your fuel up, just fill that up, and you've got plenty of electrolyte continuously in it. So it is like a fuel. So there we are. That's what you've got to do to get a 40% saving. That's an up to 40% saving in your on your vehicle, whether it be trucks, buses, cars, boats, tugs, etc. That's how effective it is. I'm just going to show you our name and address, etc. There you can see it's called Fuel Saver there, and you can see it's got www.fuelcell.com, and there's the contact, that's the email there, the international telephone number if you're looking at this from overseas, and the phone number from the UK. So there you are. Just let you look at that for a second if you want to take that down. Thank you very much for your time, and get a fuel cell on. By this time next year you'll be saving a lot of money, because the price of fuel is going to go up. It's going to go up very high, and we all know that. And why pay taxes when you don't have to? Because that's what a lot of that stuff is tax. Thank you very much for your time.